Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So the first thing I need to tell you is that it is 40 degrees and around I think 100 or 102, that's what it was earlier. I don't have air conditioning, so if my makeup starts falling off, that's why. Yeah. So by the time this video goes up, it's gonna be my birthday. I feel weird about being 24 tomorrow, so yeah, I don't know. Anyways, today we're gonna talk about the shit show that is Lena Dunham. Okay, so full disclosure, when I was an SJW, or even before being an SJW, before I was aware of politics, I actually kind of liked her. I thought that she was taking risks and all this other crap that is completely untrue. But once I woke up from the SJW college-y kind of mindset, I woke up to her bullshit. So, let's just get into this. There are multiple reasons why I don't like her, and we're gonna look at some concrete evidence, and then I'm gonna talk about some vibe kind of stuff. One thing I distinctly remember seeing is that in September 2016, Lena Dunham posted this. I was sitting next to Odell Beckham Jr. I don't know if that's how you say it. And it was so amazing because it was like he looked at me and he determined I was not the shape of woman by his standards. He was like, that's a marshmallow, that's a child, that's a dog. It wasn't mean, he just seemed confused. The vibe was very much like, do I want to fuck it? Is it wearing yep, it's wearing a tuxedo. I'm going to go back to my cell phone. It was like we were forced to be together, and he literally was scrolling Instagram rather than have to look at a woman in a bow tie. So then someone posted a response saying, yes, this is why someone Lena Dunham has never met before might not want to talk to her. To be fair, Lena Dunham then did apologize in this post, saying that she feels uncomfortable because at Met Balls there are all these tall, beautiful women, and she doesn't feel, well, she isn't one of them. So, yeah. And so she says she's sorry and that he had every right to be on his phone. But at the same time, I'm like, you're at least in your late 20s or in your 30s, I don't even know. What kind of crazy kind of impulse would it be to be like, oh yeah, he's not looking at me because he doesn't find me sexually pleasing? Because at the same time, if he were looking at you and he found you sexually pleasing, I feel like he would have been offended about that too, right? So stupid. Anyways, I digress. Another moment that I distinctly remember was when she published that book, Not That Kind of Girl, and she describes touching her sister in a really creepy way. And I'll link the articles I'm taking this from in the description box, but in one passage, she said that she would persuade her sister to kiss her using anything a sexual predator might do. In one particularly unsettling passage, Dunham experimented with her 6-year younger sister's vagina. This was within the spectrum of the things I did, she writes. And this is part of the book. So she asked her mom if they have uteruses, and then her mom was like, yeah, we're all born with them, blah, blah, blah. So then at the end of this passage it says, one day as I sat in our driveway in Long Island playing with blocks and buckets, my curiosity got the best of me. Grace was sitting up, babbling and smiling, and I leaned down between her legs and carefully spread open her vagina. She didn't resist, and when I saw what was inside, I shrieked. So this is weird, and I remember that there was also another part where she was like bribing her sister with candy in order to, be able to touch her and stuff. Okay, yeah. Here it says, in the collection of nonfiction personal accounts, Dunham describes using her little sister at times essentially as a sexual outlet, bribing her to kiss her for prolonged periods, and even masturbating while she's in bed beside her. So, that's weird. I mean, I know kids are kids, but that's weird. And what's weirder is, like, why would you be so open about something that's so fucked up? I don't know. I mean, it's good to face your demons, but she's not saying that this was wrong. She's just like, that happened. Anyways, another thing that happened that I thought was so funny was that she went to Oberlin, right? That college. And so at one point, people at Oberlin were pissed because the dining hall was serving sushi and they thought eating sushi was cultural appropriation, essentially. And so she said, there are now big conversations at Oberlin, where I went to college, about cultural appropriation and whether the dining hall sushi and banh mi, I don't know if I said that right, disrespect certain cuisines. The press reported it as how crazy are Oberlin kids, but to me it was actually right on, Dunham told the magazine. So what's the problem with having sushi at a dining hall? It's not like Americans are trying to say we invented sushi. They're just like, a lot of people like sushi, so we're going to put it in the dining hall. The fact that my neighbors are loud when it's this hot is astounding to me. Anyways, so those were the kind of factual things that happened. In terms of my vibes from her, I find her extremely whiny, extremely embarrassing and cringy. I really don't like her fashion sense, and that's not enough to make me dislike someone, but it's like I already dislike her, and on top of that I don't like her fashion sense or lack thereof. And honestly, I just feel like she's the one kind of girl who's always trying to complain about something when there isn't really something for her to complain about. I remember there were various instances also on Twitter, now that I remember, where she posted that she wishes she could get an abortion so she could normalize abortion. And well, I do think women can do whatever with their bodies. To say that you want to have an abortion, I'm like, that's a traumatic thing for a lot of people. So to just go out and be like, oh yeah, I wish I could do that, that's weird and fucked up. I also don't like her character on the show Girls, and I know her character isn't essentially the person she is, but her character is whiny and annoying, and that's kind of what I associate with Lena Dunham. So I feel like her character is actually pretty similar to her, but I digress. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I'm so weird, but I'm honestly sweating my ass off. Like, I'm not even wearing pants, for God's sakes. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video, and thank you guys for watching.